Hey Freedom Family, I'm Mark, and I'm so glad that you're here at _Freedom for Life _, where we give you tools and truth and knowledge to take you from where you're at to where you're called and created to be. And I gotta tell you, I am really excited about today's conversation because today we are gonna talk about the easiest way to overcome any trial in your life. So let's get started, shall we? And as we're getting started, do me a favor, two things I really want from you. The first one is to subscribe. Become part of the Freedom family. We want you to be a part of it, and hit the notification bell so that you can ensure that you're a part of every conversation that we're having. I was on vacation recently, and I saw these ants in the middle of a hot pavement. They were doing their thing, right? Making their little home. They were digging in dirt. And I was thinking to myself, because it was in Arizona and it was probably close to 100 degrees outside. I was thinking to myself, what a horrible circumstance. And it reminded me of us sometimes. If you've had a life for any length of time, you've had trials, challenges, issues, circumstances that didn't work out your way. Have you ever been there? Have you ever been that place where things were tough? They were, something you didn't expect, didn't want to go through. A lot of times we look at these things and we say we're going through something, right? We're being tested. We have these trials in our life, but what if not? What if it's something different in your life? It reminds me of Joseph in the book of Genesis in the Bible. In Genesis 47, it talks about Joseph, and he was brought before a king to interpret a dream. And when he did, he was so wise in what he said that the king put him in charge of the whole nation. But here's the interesting thing. You couldn't have Joseph in Genesis 47 if you didn't have Joseph in Genesis 37, where his brothers sold him into slavery. He was lied about while he was a slave and thrown into a prison. See, what if the things that are happening to you, the things that you feel are oppressing you, that are bringing you down, that are weighing in on your mind and your life, what if those things weren't tests and trials, but what if they were training for your triumph? What if the things that were happening to you were actually happening for you? Here's the truth that none of us really want to have happen in our life. It's this: you learn lifelong lessons in the hard times. It's the skills and training and abilities you gain when things are tough and challenging that you have to get through that actually accelerate you into the life that you're created for. If you're going through that kind of a season, if you've had those kind of times in your life, here's the question I have for you. What if the things that are happening to you are actually strengthening you for the life ahead? What if the things that you think are bringing you down are actually lifting you up, elevating you towards the promotion that you're supposed to have? The things that you're trying to get through, you're trying to walk through, you're trying to deal with are actually teaching and training you on how to have that next elevation of calling on your life. I'm not saying everything that happens to us is good and amazing and right, but what I am saying is this: there are many things we look at as trials, but when we look back on them, the skills we gained in those challenging times were exactly what we needed for those next times of life. Like with Joseph, he could have never run a kingdom, never been second in charge of a whole nation if he hadn't learned those skills as a slave and as a prisoner. It's those skills that he gained in that time that gave him the wisdom and knowledge and ability to do the things he was doing later on. And it's the same for us. What if these things that you call tests and trials are actually the training you need for the life you're going to live? What would your mindset be in that case? What would it change in your thought process if in the middle of this thing that was tough and challenging, I'll give you that, was actually building up the mental muscle and mind maps for you to be the person you're created to be and live the life that you're created for? So if you focus on your life and those circumstances and challenges as a training, not a trial, you'll have the mindset you need to gain the skills that you need and the confidence that you need in you for the life that you were created for. You are actually being trained today and trained through the challenges of your life, just like a weightlifter, somebody who goes to the gym. It's in the stress of the workout that your muscles are grown. And it's the same for you. It's in the stress and the challenges and figuring a way around and figuring a way through the challenges of your life that you gain the skill set to understand that you're greater than your current circumstance. There's more on the inside of you than what you're currently going through. And if you allow yourself to be trained and to see those skills in it, you'll start to see the life that you're created for. You'll actually change your mindset in such a way that you'll accelerate yourself towards the life that you're created for. Sometimes the biggest thing holding us back from the life that we're supposed to have is us screaming about the life that we currently have. And instead of complaining about today, I wonder if we would look towards tomorrow and allow the experiences we have to create in us those things we need to be that person that we're already created for. God was so intent on his understanding that he was going to bring Joseph through things that were challenging, but that were going to build his life up for the life that he was created for. I wonder if it's the same in your life. I believe it is. You have it on the inside of you. You're already capable of getting through the things in your life, whatever they are, hard, challenging, horrible, or somewhere in between. It may feel like you can't move forward and you don't have the answers to tomorrow, but I'm telling you this, you're being trained up to become the person that you were created to be to begin with. Don't stop until you get there. Don't stop on the journey because you've had enough. Look towards the things that you're created for while you walk through the training that you have today. And Mark, and I am glad that you're here at _freedom4life_, where we give you the tools, the truth, and the knowledge to take you from where you're at to where you're called and created to be. Maybe where you're called and being trained up to be. Do me a favor, put a comment down below and let us know if something resonates with you. Also, we have Facebook and Instagram. Would love to be a part of the conversations of your life there as well. And there's other content that we have out there. And by the way, if you want to know a step-by-step system on how to get from where you're at to where you're called and created to be, to create training inside of your trials so that you can actually build yourself up into who you're created to be, we have a course. This course is called Life Mastery, and it is absolutely for you. It'll give you a step-by-step system with coaching and mentoring to get you to the place that you were actually created to be to begin with. DM me in that Facebook and Instagram I mentioned and be a part of that. And at the end of the day, if you can do nothing else, do this. Dominate your day.